We like to put hockey players in a box. It's how the brain works. We categorize for simplicity. So we label them and we stick with it. That's exactly what happened to Evan Bouchard. His defensive flaws are glaring, so they come to define him. But just because he struggles in one area doesn't mean he's not elite in another. And if you look closer, there's a lot to his game that we could learn from. This is Adam from Along the Ice, and today we're going to break down the undervalued parts of Bouchard's game. In today's game, passing might just be the number one skill a defenseman needs, and Bouchard is a great passer. Watch him as he scans multiple times before picking up this puck. The reason he's doing this is so he understands what all of his options are. He's not just going to go with the easy option, he's going to go with the best option at his disposal. And in this case, after scanning the full ice, he goes with the home run pass to Hyman, and they ultimately end up scoring from that decision. Another home run pass here, but just to reiterate, he has other options. He can make easy plays, and this is what makes Bouchard so great. He wants to go for the kill at all times. Right here, he goes quick up to Draisaitl for a breakaway and another goal. Now, it's the layer of deception too. It's this nonchalant look. He doesn't look like he's going to pass in this moment, and that's what keeps Myers at bay. A little bit of sauce too on top of it, and that's the difference between getting this puck through. That's the difference between being an elite defender and just an average defender. In this case, he actually has to do a little bit of defending to interrupt this play with the tight gap. And then he lulls in 3 Minnesota forwards before finding McDavid. That's talent in and of itself, identifying where the great players are on the ice and finding them more often than not. We saw the Draisaitl play. Now we see him finding McDavid. Not all defenders do that. You should be prioritizing the best players. This one doesn't go in, but he's finding McDavid with speed. Now, within the passing category, I would argue passing from a loaded position is the most important technique to be effective in the league today. Let's just watch some of these examples where he gets the goalie and the defenders to believe he's going to shoot before passing the puck. Now, these first two are on the power play. I get it, but still, not everyone possesses this skill, and he's really getting players to fully believe a shot is coming and goalies to fully commit at the top of their crease before dishing to guys like Draisaitl on the goal line. This is another example that he could do it not just in the wrist shot form, but in the slap shot form. And he basically looks like he's ready to fire before passing this puck. And again, that's really the difference between scoring and not scoring in the league. He's going to get the goalie to commit. He's going to get 2 sticks or at least 4 eyes looking in the wrong direction here before passing the puck. That's the deception that you need to get the puck east to west to open up the net on goalies who typically, when they see shots straight on, they're going to make the save. He also does it in non-traditional scenarios. I would argue in this case, almost no one is thinking pass, especially someone with a really, really good shot like Bouchard. But he still ends up dishing this to a point where even his own player jumps as if he's trying to get out of the way. But just look at all the heads too. They all think a shot's coming. So they either look at the shooter, they pause their feet for a second. Even the guy who ultimately gets the pass jumps up, but he gets the puck and he's able to end up delivering on this. That's a goal created by Bouchard. Here's another one. They end up scoring, but not for the reason that you think of. Bouchard first doesn't fire this because his eyes are up. You need to have the ability to take a one-timer with your head up in today's game. He notices that Draisaitl's right where he wants to shoot this, and so he actually forgoes this pretty wide open look and gives it back to McDavid. Now, when he gets it back for the second time, again, his head is up, and he's now identified that Draisaitl's in his spot, and he tries to actually pass this to him. Draisaitl didn't even see this coming, so Bouchard's finding lanes that other guys aren't even expecting, but it's not just enough to be able to get your shot through on a one-timer now. You need to be able to keep your head up so you can avoid blocks, find lanes for deflections, but also find open players if they're available. Bouchard can do that all at a high speed. And he does end up getting an apple from this one off the back wall, but It was a really great play by him originally, and Draisaitl just wasn't ready. Bouchard's also very good at passing from the boards. This happens a ton in games, and I don't see people practicing this enough. Bouchard gets this 2 times in one shift, but again, it's clean. He knows where he wants to go. And a lot of times when you get the puck along the wood, players' sticks are in the air. They assume you're going to do something simple like push it down the boards or maybe bring it back up the boards. They're not thinking you're going to hit the middle of the ice super often. And a lot of times you'll see Kucherov do this, but he ends up scoring on a little give and go here as he keeps on moving his feet. But being able to effectively pass it from the boards is a really, really important skill in today's game because the puck's typically along the boards, and usually defenders are kind of sleeping when the puck is along the boards. And it does, for players who are talented enough, it gives them a quick opportunity to find lanes that normally wouldn't be there. So Bouchard was able to do this a couple of different times, and it's a really great skill to have. So this video ended up being a little bit longer than I anticipated. So I'm going to make a part 2 to talk about Bouchard's positioning, his hockey IQ, and also his skating ability. So if you want to see that, make sure that you comment and like this video. And of course, if you're interested in this type of analysis for your own game, go to alongtheice.com, or you can email us at alongtheice@gmail.com. Hope you enjoyed this one.